Fedde.
I'm George. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
So, we are into all the Dutch good stuff.
Okay.
So, like cheese and
Okay.
progressive trance. Okay. Whenever you're ready. They say. Okay. We're good. So, welcome back to Romania. How does it feel? Are you ready for the party?
I think so. Yeah. You know, I mean, like I try to prepare a little bit always, which I did, and I actually have a lot of new music which I'm looking forward to play. And to be
How do
honest,
you prepare for a show like this?
I kind of like make like little pieces, like, you know, so like opening tracks, middle tracks, and then, you know, depending on what music is available. But I can stay there for like 10 minutes or like an hour at a certain level of energy. That's kind of how I divide my set. So, and that usually works fine, because then you are prepared, but not necessarily track for track, you know. So you have still enough room to move in, which is important to me, because there's so many factors, in my opinion, that depends on if you should build faster or slower, or, you know. So that system works for me.
I know you're into progressive trance mostly, but this is like an EDM main stage.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've kind of always been, but maybe every artist say that. But I kind of do what I like. You know, sometimes it leans a bit more that way.
Okay.
Sometimes it leans a bit more that way. But I always do what I. You know, I think the most important thing is that you kind of feel like, you know, this is as far as I want to go, and this is as far back as I want to go, and like everything in between is kind of like good for me.
Well, Armin van Buuren has been telling us that this eastern side of Europe is more into melodic and EDM and stuff like that. What is your genre? What do you like most? What would you like to play more?
Energy, man. That's what it's all about. Yeah. You know, I mean, because I don't really, because I think that's what music is. It's a vibe or a certain energy, you know. And I think that's the most important thing. And the way you put things, because I think that's the thing I fell in love with. You can hear the same track, maybe days from each other, but in a different order, and then you perceive the track totally different. You know, I mean, sometimes it's nice to play very beat driven and then drop a melody, because it's going to be like the most freaking beautiful melody you've ever heard, you know, because it's been like beats, and then a melody just hits you twice as hard, you know. So it's but that's what I mean. So but you can only play beats towards that melody if the build up is right, you know. So for me it's maybe more about those things than actually individual tracks, or like more bass line or more melodic or more vocal, because I just think an important thing for me is, like, if you, for instance, play vocal tracks, great, but if you play like a vocals for an hour, it kind of like, you know, it's too much information. So I think you have to space things out, and then,
You cannot only go into EDM or vocal. You need to build up on that, but also keep the energy up, like we hear him behind us.
But I think also, you know, if you look at Armin, you know, he set builds as well, you know. He has like very melodic parts, then like harder parts, and so and I think that's what it's all about, because I always compare it to food, you know. I mean, like, if you eat whatever, pancakes, once is great, twice, 3 times, but after 3 weeks of only pancakes, you're kind of like, I like something else, you know. So the first thing you probably eat will be like, whoa, this is amazing. So, but it works the same with music, you know.
We're only minutes away from your show.
Sorry,
so my last question is, what's coming new from Fedde le Grand? What should I be looking forward to?
Actually, I just dropped a track, but I think most people know about that. But I think the interesting things is I just did a collaboration with Afrojack, which I think is very interesting, and I did a collaboration with W&W and Dimitri Vegas and like Mike, which is also very interesting. So I'll most likely play them tonight. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you for taking the time.
Great.
Have a good show, and I hope we'll see you back again soon, eventually.
If it's up to me, for sure. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good show.
Oh, thank you.
And that's it. Thank you so much.